السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم أيها الطلاب. Welcome again, honored students. Today سنبدأ بالدرس الثالث الجزء الثاني. We're taking الدرس الثالث, the third lesson, الجزء الثاني, the second part. And we left off last lesson introducing two really big ideas. The first being الجملة الاسمية. We added L to the word ism, and then because this is feminine, that has to be feminine. الاسمية, which means the nominal sentence. It's made up of a mubtada. This is a very important terminology. And khabar. Okay? Which means that if you say a sentence, you can't just say the boy. You have to say what? The boy is tall. Now you have a proper sentence. Because you made up of mubtada, which would be here, the boy. That's who you're talking about. And what is the statement you want to say? That's the khabar. So that you have to make sure that you have both of these things to have a proper sentence. It can't just be kind of one thing. Next, we introduced the scale. Scale is called wazn, so I'm going to be using that word, wazn. Waznun. We use the maf'ul scale. And usually, whenever there's nothing happening to this word, it's always going to end either with dhammatain or dhamma. Like the word maksur. And here now you know something has been broken when it comes in that scale. When you say maftuh, we took the word maftuh just last lesson. It means something has been opened. Okay? Now that we have that out of the way, we can start with today's lesson. I just didn't want you to forget what you took the day before. And I know these videos are kind of short and we split them up, but this is useful, so at the end of the video, hopefully you get something that you can walk away with, as opposed to if the video is 45 minutes long to an hour long, you have so much to remember or you'll get stopped halfway. So if you finish a 12-minute video, you can say, okay, I got what I needed for today. Easy lesson, let me go. But if it's a long lesson, you might have trouble with retaining all the information. Now we're taking al-waladu jalisun. Al-waladu. We have the word walad, means a boy. Add alif and lam to it. The walad. Al-walad. And now you have jalisun. We've never taken a word on this scale before, have we? We have not. Remember how we took maf'ul? This is a different one. This is, look at the harakat. You can guess what it is actually. Fa'ilun. If the word maf'ul or the scale maf'ul meant that something has happened to that person or that thing, the scale fa'il is the opposite. It means it is doing something or that person is doing something. So al-waladu jalisun. And we know it has a tanween. So what does that mean? Is it a noun or is it a verb? Is it a ism or fi'l? If it has tanween, that has ism written all over it. This is a noun. And it means, what is he doing? The boy is sitting. right? The boy is sitting. That G looks like it wants to sit. Okay? What is he doing? He's sitting. Now, it's not he's sitting as a verb. It's he's sitting as a noun. So it kind of means he's a sitter, not a babysitter. Like he's doing that action of sitting down, you know? So that's how we describe it. It's sitting as a noun, okay? And I'm sure there's English grammar for that, but I don't want you to memorize both English grammar and Arabic grammar, because if you're anything like me, if you were brought up in the US or you were born here, you know that our school system really, when it comes to grammar, we're just lucky to pull sentences together in meaning, unless of course, you know, you go on to college or, you know, you do majors in language and linguistics and things like that. But just for the general layperson, when you start talking into, you know, demonstrative nouns and pronouns, and you start talking about prepositions and all sorts of, you know, infinitive verbs and so on and so forth, it'll lose you. Unless, of course, you've studied them, which I figure most of us haven't. But we're studying Arabic grammar, so we'll take a little bit of that. Next we have المدرس واقف. المدرس واقف. Now, I don't actually usually stand over here much, but let's see how it is if I stand here. المدرس. من المدرس. Let's see if you remember. Who is men? What are we asking when I say men? Who? من المدرس. أنا. What am I doing? Am I جالس? So we don't know what جالس means. Oh, you better, because we just took it a second ago. The boy was sitting. جالس means sitting. المدرس جالس? No. المدرس واقف. What am I doing right now? I am واقف. I'm standing. So this sentence means the teacher, المدرس واقف. Right? Okay, good. Now that we have taken how the word structure is set up and what it means when you add el, we have to read through some of these exercises so that we can move along in our lesson. So what I'm going to do in this next tamreen, this next portion, is I will read for you what are the words, and you'll read along with me, and I'll give you the meanings as we go along. Here we go. We have two words. In the first sentence, number one, الكتاب جديد والقلم قديم. So here we say الكتاب جديد. The book is new. والقلم قديم. The pen is old. When you write your words down to memorize, this is what you should do. Write them in opposites. Write جديد and then write قديم. Memorize them like this. جديد قديم. Go around your house, go around your office, go around wherever you're going to be and say هذا جديد ذلك قديم. And you go and use that word جديد and قديم. Okay? Next, what we have is number two, across. الحمار صغير. حمار. What's the meaning of حمار? Think back in your previous lessons. You took the word حمار and حصان. You can even put those two together. It means donkey, and حصان is horse. الحصان صغير. I'm sorry, حمار. صغير. Donkey, the donkey is small. صغير means small. And الحصان كبير. So what are you going to do? You're going to write over here in your vocabulary صغير. And then you're going to write kabir. Kabir. Allahu huwa al-kabir. Allah is the greatest, right? We know that kabir can mean great, but right here, it's meaning small and big or large. So saghir means small, not short, and kabir means big or large. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is on the rest of them, if you can, go through them, right? Go through them from 3 all the way to 10. And when we start up the next class, we're going to go over them from 3 to 10 and so on and so forth. So once again, make sure you review, make sure you memorize, make sure you are staying on top of your lessons, and make sure all of that is on a regular based schedule. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help to teach you that which will benefit you and to make you benefit from that which you have learned. وإلى اللقاء أيها الطلاب الكرام. السلام عليكم.